Welcome to Toolbox Talk Tuesday. This month's Toolbox Talk will focus on noise in the construction setting. By the end of this Toolbox Talk, you will understand the hazards of noise exposure. You will know how to control noise exposure and understand how to protect your hearing. Site Safety Plus states, noise-induced hearing loss is a common occupational health hazard. There is no satisfactory treatment for noise-induced hearing loss. When you're deaf, you stay deaf. It is important that we consider this statement within the construction setting so that we can make adjustments to ensure that our hearing lasts as long as we do. Noise pollution occurs at work and in our personal lives. It is important that we link the two together to ensure hearing health. Noise in the construction setting can happen with the activities that you make on a daily basis, for example, drilling. It can also occur with the general noise on a construction site and the activities of other disciplines. In our personal lives, our social life may impact on our hearing, for example, attending loud music events, or the use of headphones and listening to music too loud. Considering a combination of these factors is important to maintaining healthy hearing. The ear is split into three sections: the outer ear, middle and inner ear. Deep inside the inner ear is the cochlea, our hearing organ. There are thousands of sound-sensing cells called hair cells. These tiny cells are essential for hearing. They pick up sound waves and turn them into electrical signals that are sent to the brain and interpreted as sound. Experts agree that hair cells can start to become damaged by noise at around 85 decibels and above. It's not just the volume, however, it's the duration of exposure too. Noise is measured in decibels. The quietest sound a healthy human ear can hear is 0 decibels. This graph illustrates normal everyday noises. Ordinary conversation measures 60 decibels. A food blender can reach 85 decibels, and music in nightclubs can reach a staggering 100 decibels. We saw in the previous slide that experts agree that damage to hearing can occur when noise exceeds 85 decibels. If you are in a nightclub, position yourself away from the speakers to protect your ears from damage. In the work setting, there are two sources of noise we need to consider: noise generated by us, our electricians on site, and noise generated by other activities on the construction site. Common noise sources are compressors, angle grinders, excavators, and battery drills. This graph illustrates life activities and combines the sounds generated by common drills used during electrical installation. Take a moment to look at these figures. The figures represent drilling through timber. The Makita 18-volt battery drill, for example, generates 71 decibels of noise. The loudest drill, a DeWalt 24 voltage battery drill, which generates 96 decibels, compared to the food blender that generates 85 decibels and the nightclub at a staggering 100 decibels. The red arrow shows the volume that experts agree damage may occur with prolonged cumulative exposure. When we consider common noises with noise generated during electrical installation, the cumulative impact of life activities and work become evident. As with all health considerations, prevention is better than the cure. Our risk assessments are available for each project and outline the protection and exposure time. It is important that you access this information at the start of the project so that you can make sure you have access to the correct protective equipment. Ear defenders and earplugs are provided at the start of each project, and it is important that you wear them when it is needed. Consider your exposure time and manage this with your hearing health in mind. Make sure you consider the noise that is being generated around you, and that includes the radio. It is also important that you monitor your hearing. If your hearing starts to feel muffled, or you hear loud, ringing noises such as tinnitus, or you are not able to follow conversations when there is background noise, then you need to have your hearing assessed. It can be hard to tell how loud sounds are, but if you can't talk to someone who's about 6 feet away from you without shouting because of background noise, it is likely that the noise levels are dangerously high and your ears need protecting. Each drill you use will have an estimated noise level associated with it. Here are 2 examples of the drills used on site and their associated noise level. You can find this information in the manufacturer's guidance booklet and the project RAMs related to your site. When buying drills, always look for the quietest model for the task, and remember to look after your drills. Wear and tear will generate more noise when you are using your drills. When risk assessing, consider the decibels of noise the equipment generates, the material you are drilling into, for example plasterboard or brickwork. The type of material may increase decibels generated. For example, brickwork will generate more noise than plasterboard. Consider the length of time needed to carry out the activity or task. And consider the cumulative effect of activity. E.g., several bursts of drilling at 5 minutes per activity will increase the likelihood of damage over an 8-hour period. Other factors such as vibration, a combination of vibration and noise, increases the likelihood of damage. Signs of hearing loss can be tinnitus or a loud ringing in your ears, asking people to repeat themselves, missing parts of conversations, or struggling to hear with background noise. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, seek professional help. Foam earplugs and ear defenders are 2 essential pieces of kit. They are provided at the start of every project and will be available in your storage container. At Martin&Gerard, we indicate in our RAMs that you must wear ear protection when you are core drilling, pneumatic drilling through or into brick, when you have clusters of noisy activity, when you are chopping out, or when you are in an environment where there is high levels of noise. This includes the radio. As a general rule, if you need to shout to speak to someone in your work area, the environmental noise is too loud, turn it down or put on your ear defenders. Kit is available to every person working for Martin&Gerard. PPE is supplied at the start of the job. Ear defenders and foam earplugs will be available in the site storage container. Replacement items can be ordered through ECS or can be ordered direct through Warren. If you find that you are on site and you do not have access to ear defenders, then you need to raise this with Warren at the earliest opportunity. When you are wearing ear defenders, it is important that you maintain them. Damaged ear defenders and earplugs will not protect your ears. A visual check before use will give you the confidence in the kit that you are using to protect your hearing. Support and advice in all health and safety issues is always available. If you have any concerns about the equipment you are using or the noise levels on site, then speak to Warren. Take your time to look at the RAMs before your project starts and orientate yourself to your equipment and associated protective equipment. If you have hearing concerns, speak to your GP. And if you would like more independent information, check out www.hse.co.uk. That is the Health and Safety Executive website.